Today we will discuss another important topic of the embryology, that is the pharyngeal apparatus. This pharyngeal apparatus consists of pharyngeal arches, pharyngeal pouches, pharyngeal cleft or grooves, and pharyngeal membrane. These four structures combinedly known as the pharyngeal apparatus. And what is the importance of this pharyngeal apparatus in the human being? They play important role in the development of head and neck region in the human beings. In the human beings, the important structures of the head and the neck region is formed by this pharyngeal apparatus. Now, before we discuss the individuals, the pharyngeal arch, pouch, grooves or membrane, first the introduction. As we know, there are four foldings occur in the embryo. That is the head folding, tail folding, and two lateral folding. And these foldings occurs to achieve the contour of the embryo. Now, as a result of the head folding are the cranial folding. At the cranial end of the embryo, there are two bulging form. This is the embryo of fourth and half week. We see this is the cranial end and this is the caudal end. Now at the cranial end there are two bulging. It is the developing brain. This developing brain, it is most cranially situated, or we can say it is dorsally situated. It is the developing brain, and the second bulging, it is the pericardial cavity. The pericardial cavity, in the future it is the thoracic region. It is the pericardial cavity and this is the heart tube. So, as a result of this head folding, there are two bulgings present cranially. One is developing brain, that is situated most cranial, and one is pericardial cavity, that is situated caudally, or we can say this is the dorsally and this is the ventrally situated bulging. Now, these two bulging are separated by a depression. This is the depression. This depression is known as the ostomium. This ostomium separates these two bulging, and this ostomium, it is the primitive mouth. Primitive mouth means in the future here is the formation of the mouth. So, as a result of the head folding, there are two bulgings separated by the ostomium, that is the primitive mouth. Now, it is the primitive gut. In this diagram, this is the primitive gut. This primitive gut, this part is the foregut, and the part connecting with the umbilical cord, this is the midgut, and this is the hindgut part. Now, how this primitive gut is formed? As we know, as a result of the folding of the embryo, a part of the yolk sac is enclosed in the embryo, and this enclosed part forms the primitive gut. This is becomes the primitive gut. As we know, this yolk sac is endodermal in lining, so this primitive gut is endodermal. And now this cranial part of this primitive gut, or we can say foregut, the cranial part of the foregut, it is white, funnel shaped, and it is known as the primitive pharynx. So we have the two structures, that is the primitive pharynx and these two bulgings separated by the ostomium. Now initially, if we see this foregut separated from the ostomium by this membrane, it is a membrane, and this membrane is known as the buccopharyngeal membrane. Buccopharyngeal membrane, and this buccopharyngeal membrane, it represents the region of the precaudal plate. Precaudal plate we have discussed in the general embryology class. So initially this foregut is not communicated with the outer environment. This outer environment, it is the amniotic cavity. This embryo is surrounded by the amniotic cavity. Now, during the 4th week of the intrauterine life, or we can say on the 22nd day of intrauterine life, this buccopharyngeal membrane ruptures and this gut communicates with the amniotic cavity. Now the amniotic cavity begins to enter into the gut region. So now see this chart. In this chart we see there are two bulgings. This bulging, this is the developing brain, and this is the pericardial cavity. It is a lateral view. Now between these two bulging, this depression, it is the ostomium. It is the primitive mouth. Now these are the thickening begins to form from the 4th to 5th week of the intrauterine life, and this is known as the pharyngeal arches. These are the pharyngeal arches. Now if you see this diagram, this is the sagittal section. Now see, this is the brain. The brain, this is the cavity. This is the pericardial cavity, it is the heart present in the cavity. Now this yellow structures, it is the primitive gut. This bulging, this membrane, it is the oropharyngeal membrane, and this arrow, it is the ostomium. Means this gut is not communicated with this ostomium. It is the membrane that is known as the oropharyngeal or buccopharyngeal membrane separates this gut from the ostomium, and this membrane ruptures during the 4th week of the intrauterine life, and this amniotic fluid begins to enter into the gut. Now if you see the gut region, this cranial part, it is the foregut region. In this foregut, this cranial broad part, it is the primitive pharynx. It is the pharynx. And this yellow structure, it is the endodermal. It is the gut is the endodermal in origin. Now with the further development, we see the complete pharyngeal arches, and this is the head, this is the developing pericardial cavity. Now this is the stomodium, and now it is the formation of the neck region. If we can say there is no neck region is present initially. Initially there is no neck region, though both bulgings are very close to each other. Now this neck is formed mainly by the formation of these thickening structures that is known as the pharyngeal arches, and the second by the descent of this pericardial cavity. They are the two factors that play important role in the development of the neck, and these thickening, these are the pharyngeal arches. Now this diagram, in this chart we see this is the yolk sac, and this blue structures, it is the amniotic cavity. We have already discussed this diagram in the general embryology class. So there are two cavity, amniotic cavity, it is the blue color, ectodermal, while this is the yolk sac, this is the endodermal lining. Now next diagram, in this diagram it represents the lateral folding. On the both side that begins the lateral folding. Now as a result of lateral folding, a part of the yolk sac begins to enclose into the embryo. Now this after further folding, this is the yolk sac. Now it is changed into the gut, and this is the definitive yolk sac, part of the yolk sac that is extended into the umbilical cord region. Now this is the final stage. As a result of the folding, now this yellow structures, if you see this yellow structure, it is the primitive gut, and this primitive gut derived from this yolk sac. The yolk sac, it is the endodermal lining, and this is the cavity of the body. This is the wall, body wall, and this is the cavity, and the outside side, this is the amniotic cavity. So further we see how the primitive gut is formed, and its cranial most part, it is the primitive pharynx.